Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a
Welcome to Pod
broadcast.
Chef,
It's
the
on
official
TV.
Top Chef podcast, the one and only official Top Chef podcast, and definitely the funniest one. I'm your host, Jamal. With me, as always, is my co-host, Reeves. Say hello to the listeners.
Hello, listeners. So lovely to have you here.
And Yanni McYonerson himself is here as well.
Hello, everyone. I just want to point out really quick that last episode, Jamal started with "What's up? What's up? What's up?" and like none of us said anything. I want everyone to know that I know that it's from Martin. I'm very aware of that. And people just need to know that I know it was Martin, and I wanted to say "Damn Gina," but I didn't say "Damn Gina." But you everyone to know, I know it's from Martin. I used to watch Martin. It's a good show.
What's your favorite episode, Martin?
I don't know any episodes of it. It's just a show
You
that I
said
watch.
You used to watch it.
Yeah.
was
I
just
did.
Asking a simple follow-up.
Name
love-
a episode.
I didn't know names of episodes when I was a kid. I know that there's Pam and there's Tommy, and I know that there's the little kid that's played by Martin that comes to the door, got the snotty nose.
Google.
Notice how he didn't say Shanae, kind of like the most iconic character on the show. He couldn't bring himself to remember Shanae.
More iconic
Okay.
than Martin.
Shanae? Oh my goodness. Yeah,
It's very-
I
it's
think
very good
Shanae
character.
was a little more iconic than Martin himself. Yes.
It's a very good character.
You didn't even know who that was. You
Yes,
couldn't
I
even name it.
did.
I don't believe that you've watched Martin ever.
I've watched Martin.
I think you, like a lot of white people, have liked the intro and then turned to something else.
No, but speaking of intros to black shows, I know the entire intro to the Living Single song.
Do
I know
it,
that
do
by
it.
heart.
Let's
Do it.
hear it now.
Do it.
You are living single. Ooh, in a 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girl. Keep your head up, boy. Keep your head up. That's right. Something. Oh, girl saying to my left. Am I right? True blue.
Okay.
Inside like glue. I know most of it.
Okay, so 2 lies out the gate for the
What?
people listening. If you
Yeah.
didn't like his lies, go ahead and leave us a review or follow us on Instagram, on Twitter at PodChef Podcast. That's managed by Brian, so you can talk to him directly.
I'm
But
so
we're back.
glad I got to sing on the podcast.
We're
How
back.
fun is that for me?
It was cool.
Season 3, episode 10 of the Top Chef, but this is season 4, episode 10 of
Yes.
Pod Chef.
Yes.
We're still doing it. We're cruising along, man. We're chopping along. What's up with you guys? What's been going on as of late? Let's catch up. You know,
Let's catch up.
What's been going on? Boy. Brian?
I didn't go to a wedding this weekend.
and you don't have COVID.
I still might.
Oh,
Did
no.
you didn't get tested?
No, I went into the city yesterday and I walked by a bunch of like just pop-up testing sites and I thought about going to them, but I didn't.
Good enough. Sounds like a negative test to me.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I'm a little stuffy.
Uh-oh.
I worry that I'm always stuffy. I think someone once told me that I always kind of have a stuffed up nose and I'm very aware of it.
Was this like a maybe like
Medical
music
professional?
Well, yeah, that too. Medical professional or a music instructor.
Because if it wasn't a medical professional, what I usually do when I get feedback from someone like that who's not a medical professional is I let it go through my ears and then out the other side of my other ear, and then I catch it and I throw it on the ground. I stomp on it and put it in the trash can.
I wish. My brain. Oh, you guys remember how in like the 90s and 80s everyone was afraid of quicksand? And there's always movies about quicksand. My brain is like quicksand and it's
They should
always
call it
grabbing
slow sand.
insults.
It grabs
It
the
is slow.
insults and it just like slowly digests
Slowly
them.
takes them
Uh-huh.
in, and you
Mhm.
like focus in on them. And the more you move, the more you try and move away from the insult, the more it like gets onto you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then you go, where does it go? Where does it go? When it goes, what's the final destination of this quicksand? And the
Leaves a
answer is,
scar on your heart.
yeah, it goes into my subconscious. It's there forever.
Wow.
So what's up with me? gosh, yeah. Here's something fun.
Mm.
I saw my wife and I watched Dirty Dancing for the first time ever last night.
The first time?
Neither of us had ever seen it, and both of us thought that it was supposed to be Footloose. The whole time we were watching it, we were like, when are they going to outlaw dancing? We just kept waiting for dancing to get outlawed. Literally 15 minutes before the end of the movie, and my wife goes, I think that's Footloose.
Wow, because there's a lot of dancing that happens throughout
kept
the
being
whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, they're going to outlaw it at some point. They have to. That's the plot of the movie.
Yeah, you're like, I guess someone's gonna get killed, and then they're gonna outlaw it. And this is 2 hours into the movie when they're already building towards like the inevitable dance scene with Patrick Swayze. What a movie! What a soundtrack! The movie's great.
I was, it's one of the movies that I never saw, and I was like, I don't need to see that movie, and I watched it, and it was great.
It is good. I hadn't seen it before, and Jenny introduced it to me, and it's great. It's a solid movie.
Yeah.
My wife introduced it to me as well. I've watched it with her. It was a fun time. Got a little steamy afterwards, if you know what I mean. I have to tell you too that.
Yeah, it's a little, yeah. It's you're gonna get a little worked up.
Mm-hmm.
Is Footloose worth watching, or is that bad?
For the foot freaks, it is.
Yeah, I feel like you on purpose brought that up so you could kind of like, it's like a dog whistle to our foot whistle. I don't know what it is. The Foot Clan we have. Is it worth
Foot
watching?
loose.
Yeah, Footloose. No, you could probably skip it. I think it's good, but it's not like man, the Foot Clan's really, they're gonna like show up at my door and say they have a message for me. They're gonna slowly open their hand and slap me in the face. Shut it.
Yep.
Don't talk about Footloose.
I think when I saw that when I was a kid, I was like, "What's the message?"
He forgot to give the message.
Yeah, what did he give it to her? He's not gonna give it to her. Oh.
We recently watched Ninja Turtles 2 again. That movie's great. And my
It's
favorite
another
part,
movie that at the end you can get a little steamy.
yes, at the very end, it does get steamy when they go down and have to fight Super Shredder, Kevin Nash wrestling.
Wrestling.
Also, my favorite part is where they discover oversized dandelions, and the dude that finds it like sees it, gets very surprised, then breaks it off, sniffs it, and then goes, dandelions, and then runs away. And I love it so much.
I can see the outline of that in my head, but I can't make it out. I need to rewatch that one. I haven't seen it recently.
Way overplaying the line
Pretty
read.
sure when he cuts it, doesn't some drip out of it?
Yeah, there's a
Out of the
little
bottom of
bit
it?
coming out, but he definitely doesn't say it like that, but I like to imagine he does. It's just that whole sequence is so ridiculous to me, and the fact that he sniffs it and does a nice little look right out. And I could just tell that he was going through his whole actor prepared moment of, I have to go moment by moment. I have to sniff this dandelion, and only in that moment will I know that it's a dandelion.
Man, I used to be able to do the entire intro to all three of the movies.
Do it.
I said used to. I didn't say I can do it now. See, Brian, that's the difference.
Brian, do you know it?
No, but now I know a new fun way to lie about things. Just say I used to know how to do that, and then no one can test me on how to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's called language. Learn it.
I used to know a bunch of episodes of Martin by name, and now I don't anymore.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
We all know you hadn't seen any.
Okay, so that's what's been happening to you guys.
What's up with you?
Here's what's happening to me. This crazy thing that happened to me when I was taking a walk the other day. I was taking a walk through the park in Rock Creek, and I'm not shitting you. I saw a zebra.
What? In the park?
Yeah. There is a zebra. Well, multiple zebras on the loose in Rock Creek Park. 5 of them.
Was anyone running after them, trying to
No.
herd them?
No, they were just hanging out, and they were just as I was walking by, they looked at me, and I looked at them, and I was like, "Is these the zebras from the zoo?" And went on my phone and found out it wasn't the zebras from the zoo. It was zebras from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. They escaped some farm, and they've just been on the loose. They're trying to catch them.
You found them.
I found him. I didn't report him. I'm
That's
no
good.
snitch.
Fuck
I'm
the
no
police.
snitch.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I'm no snitch.
I do.
Um,
We're getting dangerously close to talking about you walking through the zoo. So just want everyone aware that we are aware of how close we are to this.
Well,
We're not
close
going to do it.
I
We're not going to do
wasn't
it.
even walking to the zoo when this
And
happened.
yes, and I think people are thinking, oh, Rock Creek Park, the trail
Yeah.
does go right by the zoo.
Yeah,
But
I
you
walked the
weren't
opposite
there.
way.
Yeah,
Nope.
you weren't
I
in
walked
that
the
part.
opposite way.
Mhm.
I said, which way takes me farther away from the zoo? Great, I'll walk
Mhm.
this way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't ever go to the zoo again now after the story.
So you went home and Googled zebras on the loose, and it
yes,
came up
and
like
found out that there are zebras literally on the loose. You can look it up right now.
they still haven't caught them.
They still haven't caught them. They're still on the loose, and I guess now they're just wandering around. Maryland and D.C., PG County and D.C.
This
We're
seems
at end times now.
impossible to me. Like, there's no one.
I want to get
looking
Reeves'
for them?
reaction. Reeves, I want you to Google it right now.
Google it. Okay.
Yeah, I want Reeves' reaction on air.
Okay.
when he
I
sees it
I
pop up.
feel like there's no way that no one is looking for these zebras.
I'm sure they're looking for it, but they just haven't caught
Here
it.
we are,
They
runaway
got that.
in
They
stripes.
got great camouflage. That's what they built. They blend in. That's what the whole thing.
The failing New York Times has an article about it.
Terrible ratings.
Terrible.
Bezos.
They're doing
Bezos.
terrible numbers.
Bezos.
The
Getting Reeves' reaction, facial expressions are happening right now.
Why? So and this is the problem with. Yes, so the zebras are on the loose, but what are we doing to stop it?
Nothing.
We have to bring these zebras back home. They can't be on the loose. They're
No,
not.
They can't.
They're not meant to be out in North
No,
America.
they're not. They're
It's going to be
not.
very confusing.
Yeah.
It's also zebras are actually a very dangerous animal. I don't know if you guys know this.
They'll
Zebras are
stomp
actually.
your ass.
Well, yeah, they'll do that, but they also bite.
What?
And they bite very hard. And zebras, especially stallions, are known to kill baby zebras. They're known to drown them. So
Drown them?
yeah, not such a nice animal anymore, is it?
I didn't
Yeah.
think they were nice, but I didn't
Yeah.
think they were like vicious.
Oh yeah, they are.
Mafia,
If,
the
if,
zebra
if,
mafia.
If a stallion or a rival stallion in a herd is like drinking and like some other foal that's not his is like next to it, it will like I've seen it on very many documentaries. It'll like, and this is good for the pod. It'll bite its leg and like lift it up and then step on its face. to drown it.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a very vicious.
You just gotta
animal.
pay for that sort of thing, but he just does it for free.
So what I'm worried about is everyone who has gifted their kids baby zebras,
Mm-hmm.
and like they're outside trying to play with their baby zebras,
Get curb stomped.
and then you see like 5 roaming full size zebras come out of nowhere. That's not gonna be good.
Parents, it's that time of the year again. You're gonna see the commercials. Put their mind out there. Don't buy your kids baby zebras. They're cute when they're little, but then more than likely not, an adult stallion's gonna come by and stomp on their face in front of you, and you're gonna traumatize your children.
Yeah, Reeves is still reading the
This
story because he thought I was lying
Fucking
about
article
this.
makes me
And
so
now he's
angry.
realizing.
First of all, you're talking about how dangerous they are. This thing starts out all laughs about it. 5 gallivanting zebras that escape from a private farm have been turning heads as they wander through a Maryland town. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Not very funny when they stomp your head in.
People
Okay.
think that they're like nice, calm animals. They'll bite the shit out of you.
Also, apparently, their owner has some license where he can own up to 39 zebras.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Some
couldn't you
some
get to
judge
40?
was like, some judge is like, I'm 39 is the highest I'll go.
I can't go higher. He kept coming back
Yeah.
every week asking for more. He's like, I can't go higher than
I
39.
can't
You
go
have
higher
to
than
stop
39.
coming here.
Also, he's got 40 zebras.
Yeah,
He's
there's
not
no
gonna
way.
come by count.
He's reporting 39.
Yeah, he's reporting
got
39.
upwards of 50
He's got
by
at
now.
least 40.
He probably got
zebras.
rid of these 5s because an inspection was about to happen.
Yep, he had to like, get out of here. Get
outta
hit him
here.
on the butt.
Yeah.
You're my least favorite zebra.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Go be someone else's headache now.
And so
Yeah.
the whole effort to try and,
Mhm.
get them back to their home, the caretaker plans to slowly corral them so they don't get spooked. So he's putting together feeding stations in the woods to try and get them back home. He hopes to soon safely return them to the farm.
Mhm.
What is this
Did you-
madness?
Yeah.
Where do you guys live?
Oh,
Florida, apparently. This seems
The
like something that would happen in
Serengeti?
Florida.
so did you also see that
I like
Eleanor
Florida.
Holmes Norton had to make a tweet saying she did not release the zebras?
I didn't see that.
No. Why would she have to do that? Did people say she did it?
Apparently, because she made a stink about being against fences recently. So
The play
people-
fences?
Yeah.
It's great. Everyone likes it. Denzel was
She
good in the
didn't
movie.
like the play fences
fucked up.
and said
Oh.
zebra actors here.
That's funny, actually. That's very funny.
And so she had to make a tweet saying, "I did not release the zebras."
Hmm.
That's very funny, actually. Good for her. Good for you.
All right, I think that's successfully redeemed partially my shitty zoo story.
I think so. See, if you had led with, I'm at the zoo and the zebras are out of the cage, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
locked
I know.
in.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have to do more stuff, and we've. All right, let's do this.
What?
I don't know. I had a beer with dinner. I told you I had one beer.
Yeah, Brian's dick's in the dirt.
Yeah.
You took my no. That's my saying no.
My dick's in the dirt? What does that even mean? Because you're
No,
so
you know,
drunk?
you eat a big meal, you have a couple beers, you're feeling lazy and tired, your dick's in the dirt.
Oh, because you're crawling. You're crawling on the
Jamal,
ground.
right.
Ryan,
my
did I get that
saying.
right?
It just it doesn't have like a hard and fast definition. It's just like the best way to use it is like, hey, here's this whiskey. It'll put your dick in the dirt, sort of thing. Is how you'll
Okay.
use it
It's
normally.
actually so. What it actually stems from is from the Wild West of when people wanted to go to sleep. They say, "I'm gonna go put my dick in the dirt." So it's like you're lying down, face down. So,
Well, it's because you're hiding the most likely
Vulnerable,
part of you
yeah.
that'll be picked up by a vulture if you're sleeping on your back.
yeah, eat my butt if you want, but you cannot and shall not eat what's on the front.
Well, what's on the front?
Whatever it may be.
Use your
Yeah.
imagination.
Whatever is there, you will not get. to.
Equal opportunity.
Go ahead, eat my butt all you want, but you won't get this.
All these freaking millennial vultures. That's all they do. They tell you to if you
What
got
are you
it on your
talking
back,
about?
they
Well-
flip over. I had
Oh my
one.
God.
I had,
This
I had
is
a
one
blue,
beer.
I had a
How did you
blue
have
moon. I had
Just
a blue moon.
a blue moon, which I don't even think has any alcohol content. I
Don't
drank
think so.
12
I think
beers
it's
before this recording. and I am
0.5%
fine.
alcohol content. I think
I think it's just the orange juice that's gotten to me.
Yeah. the orange that they
vitamin
put
C.
in it.
Yeah.
First time I've had a fruit in a while.
Yeah. So I wanted. Did anyone talk to Tom Colicchio this week?
You guys get anything?
I didn't get anything from Tom. Did you guys get anything from Tom?
I didn't talk to him. He did send me a picture on my phone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was of a box of donuts.
Hmm.
And he said, "Go nuts."
Yeah, did you get that one too?
I got that one. Season 1. It was like
Oh,
after
okay.
our very first episode. He said, "Go nuts."
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I was like, "What's this?" And he just didn't respond to me. And then he blocked my number.
I sent him a message because all the donuts were chocolate. And I said, "I don't like chocolate donuts," and he didn't say anything back either. So
Mm, yeah. He did reach out to me.
The picture of donuts?
No picture of donuts.
Cronuts.
Cronuts. None of that. He did send me an email.
Mm.
And if you guys remember last week, we were talking about like how he's like, I'm done with the initial script.
Yeah.
I'm already working on like the universe, basically the Top
Mhm.
Chef
Mhm.
movie,
Spinoff,
TV.
prequel,
Yeah.
sequel.
Exactly. And so what he sent me here was what I guess he's already written the whole script for this,
Mm.
which is like a spinoff of some kind. And he said this is the trailer
Okay.
for this spinoff.
Okay.
Okay.
He wrote the trailer. Okay.
He wrote the whole script and he already did the trailer. He did say he wrote the trailer first, and then
Yeah. Okay.
which yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
That's sometimes you got to build a house from the roof up.
yeah,
Roof down.
roof down. Yeah, you build the roof first,
Yeah.
And then you start building the house kind of underneath, slowly pushing it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So he sent me that. You guys wanna hear it?
Hell yeah.
Let me check. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me check with my planner to make sure I have time for it. And I'm flipping through pages. I can make it work.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me have a spaghetti dinner real quick. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum.
Whoa.
He's having a full spaghetti dinner.
There's so much
Hey.
spaghetti.
Give me some more vino.
He's having a third glass of wine.
Wow. Brian, that was you. You'd be out on your dick or something.
Yeah, what's weird is that he's like drinking it, but not the way you think he'd be drinking it.
My dick's in the dirt.
I was gonna do one more hold on, but I guess I can't really follow Jamal having a whole spaghetti dinner.
Yeah, do you have a sound cue? If the
No.
answer is no, then we can't do it.
I don't have any sound cues.
Oh boy.
All right.
Okay. So here we go. Freaking trailer.
Do you need any music for this trailer? You need like a suspenseful.
Yeah, do you need like
thing for the
something that sounds like an Italian restaurant?
Here's what I haven't read through this, but I don't know, but there might be a point where it might need music or something like that. And I think you guys might know.
Okay.
Oh wow, okay.
I've got suspenseful music ready to go.
Okay.
All right.
If-
Just
if
like
I feel like it
feel
can-
it out. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
it needs some
If I feel like it's coming, I'll play it.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it needs some funny music, maybe it needs something sad.
I
Yeah.
don't have that.
Okay.
I need to fill out this sound profile.
Mm-hmm. How many sound clips do you have for music?
Right now, just Italian restaurant and a suspenseful music.
Okay. Here we go. The words Colicchio Films written in green softly glimmers on the screen. Gary Jules' version of Mad World starts.
No, wrong music, Jamal.
I thought this was suspenseful.
It is, but he said the song.
I don't have that music. I can't put it in.
We'll get sued, I think, if we play it.
Around
Yeah,
me are
Brian knows it.
familiar face. You think? Of course, I fucking know Gary Jules' version. Donnie Darko is my shit, dog.
Hello. It's actually a very good movie, which if you look at the YouTube video of it, someone writes, this is actually a good movie.
Okay.
Oh, man. Okay, so that's playing. That starts to play as we fade up in an elementary school during fall somewhere in Canada. We cut to an above shot moving in a principal's office. Their principal sits on one side of the desk, and two parents sit on the other side with their daughter sitting in between them. Principal, she's not like the other girls. Concerned parents, what do you mean? Principal, she's different. She's special. The parents look confused at each other and then slowly to the little girl. The camera pans to the little girl. She appears ordinary but determined. Cut to kids eating lunch in the cafeteria. The little girl is sitting by herself with her lunch. She isn't eating. Kid from another table. Hey, loser. What? You aren't hungry? The little girl doesn't look up. She quietly mutters, it needs salt.
Yes.
We see the same girl who is now a punk rock teenager sitting on a curb in New York City. Blink 182's
Yes.
The Rock Show plays. Brian knows it. She looks upset and defeated. A very cool motorcyclist pulls up. He is young, in his 20s, and has long, flowing, beautiful brown hair and a soul patch. It's Tom. Tom, hey kid, need a ride. Punk rock girl. Do you know where Food and Wine Magazine University is?
It's also
Cut.
a church.
Cut to her getting on the bike and then them flying down the highway. She yells at him, you really ought to be wearing a helmet. Tom laughs as they cut in and out of traffic in New York City. We cut to a massive university classroom currently in progress. A teacher says, reviewing food isn't a hobby. It isn't a job. It's a lifestyle. Cut to a different teacher in a different classroom plating a salmon fillet straight from the skillet in front of a large class of students.
Whoa.
Teacher, who can, before she can even finish, a mysterious voice amongst the students, it's overdone. The teacher is shocked. The student is right. Everyone in the class turns around. It's a young Padma. We also see that punk rock girl in the back of the class with a slight smile on her face.
Nice.
Cut to the streets in New York City. We see Padma and the woman in a heated argument. Padma, I have a gift, and you do too. If we work together, we could fix the food world forever. Punk rock girl, I judge best alone. We cut to a dingy octagon in a small abandoned warehouse.
Canon. It's canon.
It's kind of so the vibe is kind of changing here. Two men are slugging it out. A large, drunken, rowdy crowd is cheering them on. The punk rock girl walks closer to the cage with curiosity and puts her hands on the bars. It cuts to her in the cage. The crowd is going crazy. She looks scared, but also very confident. A big guy runs towards her and she roundhouses his frickin' ass to the ground. He's out like a light. The crowd goes silent. She looks up and around at the crowd. Punk rock girl, order up. We cut to years later. It's Tom, Padma, and the punk rock girl in an empty restaurant kitchen. Tom, we need you. Punk rock girl. For what? Tom, for a project I'm working on. Think it could be huge. Think it could be top. The screen goes black and the music stops. In all caps, the letters slowly appear, spelling the name of the film. Gale, Judgment Day. That's the end. So
That rules.
It's
Dun,
like
dun, 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 dun.
Yep. I think that's
Dun,
maybe
dun,
what we're
dun,
going
dun.
for there.
Dun 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 dun.
That rules.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I hope in that movie there's some point where like Gail gets shot with a shotgun and she like splits in half, but then all of her liquid metal just forms back together.
Pulls her back together.
Yeah.
Gale is the
She's like-
T1000. Which one
T1000.
is?
T2000. Yeah.
What is Terminator then? What is Schwarzenegger? I-83.
I think he's a
Yeah.
TI-83. Yeah, because
It's
when
a
I think about
TI-83.
it, they're doing a lot of like semi-basic calculus in the first movie,
Mm-hmm.
and they're
And-
graphing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you can do Snake too.
Mm-hmm. There's a pretty good. It's like a Nokia phone almost. You
Yeah,
got Snake
it's
on
not
that
bad.
bad boy. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Snake. It's good.
Mhm.
I rewatched Terminator 2 recently, like before, like late before bed, and I forgot how fucked up that scene is when she's like looking through the fence and it just shows like the nuclear bomb go off. It just wastes everyone. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's very intense. That movie is great. I think the first one is so good too. It's so well done. Those movies are great. Yeah, they should make more of them. Other than
They've
those
been
two
making them,
that
but they're
just made.
bad when they come out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
they've made a couple more. They've had Bale in some.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Gale, Judgment Day sounds awesome, and it needs to be like. Do you know if you wrote it as like a movie or like a limited series, like a Netflix kind of limited series
I
thing?
hope
That's-
it's a limited series.
That's a good point. I think he wrote it as kind of a movie because this to me, I mean, I read this, of course, for the first time just now. But this to me feels like a lot of trailers you see today where it's like you see it and you're kind of like, okay, I kind of already know what the movie is. I feel like
Yeah.
I've already seen the movie. You've already given me everything in it. But I think maybe that's a good idea to make it a series because then it's like you haven't given them everything.
Yep. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that rules.
Yeah.
I hope these get made.
I hope so too. Because I think there's a lot there in the Top Chef universe that
Yeah.
we don't know about. We don't know how Gail became a judge. How did she meet Badma and Tom?
I have no idea.
Uh-huh.
We don't know.
No
and we
clue.
need to know.
And now we're gonna know.
Mhm.
We don't know how, like, she got that nickname.
Yes.
We need to learn how people got their nicknames, how they met, backstory.
Mhm.
That's what we need.
All
Who
these
shot
things.
first?
Yes. Where the dice came from.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well, let's move on to chefs I prepared for you. This is a segment we do all the time. We talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night, and we present it to you as if we presented it to the judges on Top Chef. I'll go first. Chefs I prepared for you: baked salmon, a baked sweet potato, and roasted broccoli.
Okay. So did you finish this salmon on the stove, or did you just bake it and you were good with
Nope,
it?
baked it all the way through.
Okay.
Baked it all. A nice, calm bake too, not a heavy bake.
Mm-hmm. Slow.
Didn't stress it. The proteins weren't leaking out. Oh, it was beautiful, succulent.
Was this frozen or this was fresh? You didn't have any.
Well,
trouble
it
with
was
temperature?
fresh when it was originally delivered, but it was originally delivered last month, and it's been vacuum packed since then.
Mm.
So opened it up today after thawing it out and cooked it. So
Okay. That sounds tasty. Brian,
Brian,
questions?
anything, Brian?
No. I don't have any follow-ups.
Okay, Reeves, you're up.
Chefs, I prepared for you vegetarian banh mi. So we went over to a friend's house last night and they made banh mi with what I thought was chicken, but then I was told later that it was not.
What was it?
I think it was. I don't think it was tempura. I think it was tofu.
TVP,
I think it was tofu.
textured vegetable protein.
Mm-hmm. It was good. It was great. I didn't even know. I thought I was eating chicken. Had I known, I would have probably thrown a fit,
You probably
ruined the
would,
whole
yeah.
night. But
Yeah.
this situation,
How,
everything went well.
How spicy you making that bad boy? You putting full raw jalapenos on that sucker?
No, I don't fuck with that because that messes up my stomach a lot, and it's
Mhm.
bad news. So
Bad news.
I keep it pretty simple. I think I put like maybe just a little bit of sriracha on it, which is good.
Okay.
Sriracha is like I think the peak heat that I can do. If we go any hotter than that, like, it's gonna be.
Did you
not
put any? Did you guys have any ice cream and put some sriracha in that?
You know, that's a good point.
People like sriracha.
People like sriracha a lot, but I didn't. I kind of almost want to try that just to see how awful it really would
How
be.
yucky it is.
Yeah, because it seems disgusting.
I do want to say this, not to interrupt your segment time, but just to rub this in Brian's face. When me and Reeves hung out and watched AEW's All Out,
Mhm.
Wrestling.
Reeves offered me beer and ice cream. A classic combo.
Did you take him up on him?
I said yes. 'Cause
Good
I
vote.
always say yes and I had beer and I had ice cream and we watched wrestling and I don't know, it didn't need any sriracha for me.
Mhm.
What kind of beer was it?
It's yellow.
Pacifico.
What kind of ice cream was it?
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Don't like cookie dough. Do you love wrestling though?
Mhm.
I was told we're not supposed to talk about wrestling. We've already done a lot.
Don't
this
talk
episode
about
is
it.
so
I was talking
long.
about food, so don't talk about it.
For wrestling, Carrie and I ate. We made veggie burgers and they were really good. And she,
What was in them?
lettuce, pickles, American cheese,
What was the veggie meat?
Impossible burgers.
Mhm.
Oh, did you steam them?
No,
Did you put them in your instant pot?
no.
Oven cook them?
We cooked them on the stovetop.
Stovetop. Stovetop
Yep.
cook.
Boo.
They were they've made veggie burgers good. Either way, wrestling was really good. Carrie also made this like peach spinach candied walnut
Peach
salad that was so good. It was goat cheese, peaches, spinach, candied walnuts. It was so good. It was so good.
Wow.
Okay.
That sounds good. What was it upsetting to you when you spit all of it out of surprise when Adam Cole came out when the lights went down? Or was it more upsetting when you spit it out again when Bryan Danielson came out at the end?
It was upsetting because what happened was Adam Cole came out, and I went, oh, and I choked on it.
Yes.
I instantly choked on it.
It went down the pipes.
It went down the pipes. You know, people say, "Oh, down the wrong pipe." It went. It didn't go down. It stopped the pipe. And then Bryan Danielson came out, and I went, bah! It all came out, and I lost all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, wrestling is cool. Chefs, last night I prepared for you.
Wait, I thought you just told us what you had last night.
That was for wrestling.
No, it's for
I don't.
wrestling.
No one cares what you had for wrestling.
You told me what you had for wrestling.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm the host. You're third mic. Stick
I
to the
started
script.
this podcast. God
You
damn it!
dumbass. You just wasted 5 minutes on
Did
a
I start?
meal.
Did I start by saying chefs I prepared for you? You're dumb for thinking that I did. I
Oh
didn't
my
say that.
God. Oh my god.
I bet you lose. What is the fucking game? Salt Sammy? What the fuck is that game?
Are you talking about the game we used to have?
Simon says.
Oh my god.
I think it's
Chefs,
important that our fans hear this on air. They should
I'm
hear
actually
these
very good at the game
discussions.
Simon says.
Oh yeah.
Chefs, last night I prepared for you pasta with pasta sauce.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Great. That ends this whole first 45 minutes.
And we watched Dirty
Yeah.
Dancing, like I said. It was great.
Yeah, I don't have a segue because Brian ruins them, so we'll be back after
It's
this.
like Jamal and I are having a fight, like almost like a roar, restaurant wars. We'll be right back. And I said
Mhm.
roar, not war. I don't give a fuck. Pod chef.
John
That's why you're
Roars.
third mic. All right, we're back. Season 3, episode 10 of Top Chef. This is season 4, episode 10 of the podcast you're listening to. If
It's
you're
not
watching,
confusing. Stop getting confused, idiots.
If you're watching along at home, this is where you open up Hulu or wherever you watch Top Chef and you press play on the episode, dummy, so that you can follow along, okay?
Yeah, because we do it beat by beat.
We do it beat by beat
Mhm.
based on what's happening. You don't have to watch it, really. You hear it all here. That's why you're tuning in, okay?
Yeah, but
So-
still have it on though.
Yeah, still have it on in the background. Just turn it off. Mute it so that you're listening to this. This is all
Yeah,
you need.
you can't see us. You watch the show and listen
Yeah,
to
you
us.
moron. You can't see us, you idiot.
Maybe
can't
one day
see
we'll do a
us.
live one.
Yeah.
but
maybe
until
one
then,
day. And you probably can't afford it anyways
don't.
when we do a live one. So
I have questions and suggestions, but I don't want this episode to go any longer.
It's
we,
really long,
We do have
yeah.
to talk about
so
cooking
we
show.
we open on a panning shot of the Miami Beach coast, and it feels like shades of Tom's movie scenes
Mhm.
because they were just like, I know it's a helicopter back then, but it would have been a drone shot.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm. That's a good point.
Let's just get to the quick fire because it's technically an ad for Red
it's a
Robin.
commercial.
It's a commercial for Red Robin, the restaurant chain. Has anyone here been?
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Hell no, I've never been. But-
What?
Nope, never been. Never been to
Unlimited
Red Robin.
fries,
Unlimited
I don't-
fries.
I don't know that. I've never been.
toppings bar.
Old Bay
I've
seasoning
never
on
been.
those
Don't know.
fries. I used to go all
Ooh,
the time in
baby.
high school. I like how they kind of pitched it. Oh, this little chef heard about Red Robin. He got pissed off. This is not, and then this is kind of what I was going to get at is that I went in high school, but the episode kind of pitched it like it was like a gourmet place to go get burgers, and I was like, no,
Uh-huh.
high schoolers hang out at Red Robin. It's not. I mean, no, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not like it's like an elegant. It's a chain. It's a restaurant.
Yeah,
And when you say high schoolers hang out there, is this what you're referencing? Is like high schoolers who like have friends and like do stuff outside of school and like not just people that they're forced to be in class with. They go and hang out afterwards, like on their free will.
Yeah.
like they call each other up and they're like, "Hey, let's go hang out at Red Robin."
Yes.
yeah. I don't think unless I'm wrong. Reeves, did your school have a Red Robin class where everyone went to Red Robin and it was class?
Yeah.
Oh, did okay.
You guys
okay,
didn't
okay.
have that? Everyone.
I'm just asking you if people who had friends in high school did this. I'm trying.
Oh, he's
to
making
figure out.
fun of
yeah,
you.
Jamal. No, I think Jamal is maybe
No, I'm not
self-deprecating.
making fun of him.
himself.
Oh, I had one beer at dinner. I'm so sorry, Blue Moon.
And again, I had
his dick's
upwards
in
of
the dust.
15 beers, and I'm fine.
He's fine. Well, you are. Well, Reeves, you had 15 beers and you're fine because on your genealogy report, you're kind of from everywhere.
That's true. That's true. Is that something we talked about?
I didn't get what was going on
my,
just
me-
then.
my memory is real great. Did we talk about that
Reeves-
on Sunday?
No.
Oh.
I just saw it recently. Reeves and his wife did a genealogy report, and Reeves is basically a world traveler. He's got genes from all
No
over
way.
the world, and Ginny is just from Europe.
Oh,
I
that's the
see.
joke.
Yes.
That's the joke.
Yes, this the opposite is what's true. In case there's for whatever reason there's people that listen that can't figure this out. I'm the whitest white guy with the red beard. It's very clear where I'm from.
That's why you can handle beer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So in this
Can't-
quick fire, go ahead, Brian.
I was going to talk about the quick fire.
I was gonna say everyone does a seafood burger basically.
Yes.
Well, before we get to seafood burger, can we talk about the fact that Daniel fucking Boulud was there?
yeah. Can we talk about the fact that they played militant music when he showed
Dun,
up?
dun, 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 dun,
Like it was a
dun, 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 dun.
march,
Mm.
and everyone was losing their shit.
They all went crazy.
And I was like, I've never seen this guy once at
I
the
don't know.
VMAs. Not
Yeah.
once.
Did he ever even get nominated for Best Kiss
Probably
at the VMAs?
Yeah.
No, because
and then-
Spider-Man wins it every year. Kissing
Yeah.
Mary Jane upside down. Every year
Yeah.
it wins.
And then they come back out and they redo the kiss.
Yes.
Yeah, they do it every year.
Every year.
Mhm.
That movie's 20 years old. It still wins. It's the
What a
best kiss in the movie.
magical kiss.
Not Daniel Boulud. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
But he's
Baloo.
Daniel fucking Boulud.
Yeah, but and if you're thinking, oh, that sounds familiar, you're right. Yes, it is Baloo from the Jungle Book. So it's a big old bear, big old bear that's out there, and he's very particular about what he wants. He only wants burgers. He does like the fish burgers a lot.
Everyone made a fish burger. Some of them sounded so gross.
Yeah,
Mhm.
disgusting.
I'm sure some of them
Like,
tasted
I
super
made a
gross.
scallop paste. Fucking gross.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I found this challenge to be very boring.
Yeah.
And the tall guy, CJ, with one testicle wins.
I think they did too. They blew through this challenge.
Yeah.
I think they were just like, this sucks.
Yeah,
It should have been cool though. Everyone did a fucking like, oh, I did mine with scallops and blah blah. Like, no, dude, do a burger and put like a sun dried tomato on it. Like, I feel like Dale did it right by doing like a burger with a fried egg.
Mhm.
yeah. His burger was very large. It looked like like a hockey puck or something like that. It was like super big. Someone else did like a lettuce wrap burger, which I guess at
Sarah.
this point was not a thing, and it
No.
disgusted the bear. He was like,
Mhm.
"What the fuck is this? Where's
He
the bread?"
He said, "What am I gonna do with this? I can't drive a plane and eat this." You guys remember when he drove a plane?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tailspin.
Yes, tailspin.
I do the whole Tailspin theme song too.
it.
Yeah. Oh we tailspin. Oh we
I was really hoping you were
tailspin.
going to do the Martin theme.
Boy, you so crazy. Yeah, I think Howie also did a huge like
Yeah.
orb of a burger.
Yeah, I think they just put too much meat into one patty, and it just got very. Anyway, it was. This is a very good episode, but this part is very uneventful.
Yeah.
So CJ wins, but he doesn't get immunity because that's done with. What he gets is he gets to pick his team because that's right. We're at Restaurant Wars, and that is a big leg up in this competition. So CJ gets to pick his team, and he picks Bald Guy Trey, Brian, and Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, the all stars of this week of this season.
I love how they made it seem like the last pick. He was like, "Who's it gonna be? It's not gonna be Howie."
Yeah,
Yeah, we know it's not gonna be Howie.
We know it's not.
He
gonna
just
happen.
got the beginning of the episode is CJ being like, "Howie took it too far, and I fucking hate him."
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't like
Um,
Howie. Howie says this is a war of attrition. I don't think he knows what that means. This is it's not that.
This will definitely end, Howie.
Yeah.
This has a clear ending in sight. Hung is not happy being left with Howie and Sarah. He's voicing his concerns. No one really cares though, Hung, because you played the game well up to this point. But imagine if CJ liked you, maybe you would have been on his team.
Hung kind of disappears in group challenges.
Yes, yeah.
He does. I don't think he likes. We might have talked about this in an earlier
I
episode.
think you did.
Yeah, he doesn't speak up a lot. He'll kind of voice things like once or twice, and he doesn't come back to it. But it seems like his dishes, he what he does alone is always good.
Mhm.
He just doesn't contribute a lot to like the overall team or like lead the team.
Yeah, it doesn't play well with others, is what his report card says.
Yes.
That's
From
the
Tom.
report card from Tom.
Mhm.
That we all get. I like that when they cut to them shopping, Casey is trying to keep Brian calm during the shopping, and I made a note that it's a good thing Joey's already eliminated because we saw how much he hated it when she did this for Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd get a full dose of
We get another
women
full
need to
dose
shut
of,
up
like,
from Joey.
Shh, don't tell me what the fuck to
Just
do.
rip open his chef's
Yeah.
jacket.
And then cry when he's eliminated.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
man.
he had the biggest arc that went straight up and straight down. If a woman over tells me what to do, I'll tell her to shut up. Next scene, oh God, go home.
I'm going home, everybody.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with showing emotion.
No, there's
and
not.
Sure.
No.
I understand when
I
that
disagree
happens
with both
to-
my hosts.
I understand when that happens, but and it's not something to laugh at. But when he gets eliminated, I was not here for this episode. You guys reviewed it, and he came back in. He was so overcome that he like leaned over, like he like
Yeah.
fell from the ground crying, which is very funny. So sometimes it's funny.
he broke down in tears.
Yes.
Like that
It's
term
like-
is often thrown around. He full on broke
Yeah,
down.
it's a cooking show, guy. You'll be all
Well,
right.
guys, right down the
Come
ground.
out of here. So they're shopping now, and there's this very funny, poignant clip of them shopping for candles. Listen.
goods from the table.
No, people get offended by that. If it smells and it takes away from their food, they don't like it at all.
What do you think about that scent? Everything else.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
floral.
yes. That's for those 5.
And the whole place will just smell like flowers.
Now, when you guys have been in a restaurant, have you ever noticed when you walk in, like, oh man, these candles are overpowering?
No, never.
No.
Because it's a mistake.
Mhm.
CJ points out for his team that he wants to send people for the to pick out the decor that know what the hell they're doing. It's clear that
Mhm.
Dale and Hung, I don't know what they took, but they seem very excited, and every idea is a good idea to either one of them.
Yeah.
So
I didn't see them saying no to anything.
yeah, no one was disagreeing on anything. So yeah, they got scented candles, and it backfires big time, blows up in their face.
Hugely.
Yeah.
Brian, anything?
I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking ahead of how of what the judges said to him, but the
Okay.
the blogger who just destroyed the candles. That blog.
Yeah.
They also, oh man, they loved the idea of this woman being a blogger. It must have been new at the time. She does a blog, and everyone's like, oh, a blog. Oh. Every fucking person has a blog now.
Mm.
I like scented candles. Do you guys like scented candles just in general? Not at a restaurant, but like at your apartment, at your house.
Yes, please.
Yeah, if they're like woodsy.
You want a woodsy one?
I don't really want like sweet smelling candles.
Yeah, I like ones that have like a woodsy, maybe tobacco, maybe a
Yeah,
citrus.
give me a
Do
tobacco.
citrus.
Give me an
Leather?
oud, a leather. You know,
Hmm.
but I don't know if I want like a spearmint.
Yeah, Reeves, what you sniffing on?
I have one. Okay, so I have one that's laundry.
Okay.
You know, like fresh laundry, but
That's not
it's
bad.
it's not. It's like laundry that wasn't dried and kept in the washer. Like you forgot about it in the washer.
Oh,
so
it's
it's
like
just
soured.
soured,
kinda
laundry.
dewy.
Dewy
Mhm.
laundry. I mean, that's how it's written out. I think dewy is probably a more concise way to say it. The laundry.
Mm.
But yeah, that's the one that I have. That one, and then I also have one that's just called Scotch tape. And so it's
Hmm.
you know, like Scotch tape kind of has a little bit of a smell to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that's
on the
what it is.
backside. Yeah.
Mhm.
really
Okay.
sets the ambiance.
I would every time I smell Scotch tape, I think I'm doing like a project. Like I think I have something to turn in. That's what it
Mhm.
reminds me of. So if I ever, that's probably why when I come to your place, I'm always like, oh, what's on the to do?
You want to get to work.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
we
I'm
gotta start
smelling the
this.
Scotch tape.
This
Yeah.
group project's got to get going, and I'm like, no, eat some ice cream. Let's watch
Yeah.
wrestling.
And that's like part of probably like your heritage. You're always pushing food on people because you're a person of the world.
Yes. That's
You're
so
skinny. Eat.
hard. Eat.
You're skinny bones. You gotta eat.
Come on, we
I'm-
got this new hot plate. Trey loves hot plates. Listen.
I'm a freak about hot plates. I'm a freak about that.
Trey and I go to the fresh market.
Brian and
So it's a little hard to hear, but Trey is feeling he's in the car, I think, with CJ at this point, and he's in a very, safe environment, and they're sharing with each other
Mm-hmm.
their desires and their fetishes.
Mhm.
And Trey very relaxed. He's kind of slouched down in the seat. He looks over at CJ and says, "I'm a freak about hot plates. They gotta be hot. No
Hot
cold plates in my kitchen. They gotta be
Hot plate. I'm a foot freak and I'm a hot plate.
I'm a
freak, baby.
freak about hot plates.
If I can pick up the plate, I don't want it.
I don't want it.
It's gotta be hot. It's gotta leave a mark on the
You can
table."
you can tell me the food's ready, but baby, if this plate ain't hot, I don't want it.
Yeah, and then like I said,
Server
it
comes
wasn't.
up. Go ahead.
No, I was
like-
gonna shut it down. So keep going.
Server comes up. Careful. The plate is extremely hot.
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of
I
that.
bet they should do that. Meanwhile, Dale has a different serving style. Let's listen.
Running my ass off, and it's really, really hot.
He's grabbing some silverware for you right now, and I'll pour. I served tables for 8 years. Trying to remember that, but it's been a little while.
You're half prostitute, half performer. And in the front, I'm smooth. In the back, I'm a raging bitch.
You're f***ing kidding me. Pick up the f***ing pace. It's taking too long. Come on, people.
You get it out in the waiter hole, and then, you crack your smile when you walk back on the floor.
Should we just seat ourselves?
I think so.
So that's good to know about how waiting works. It's like riding a bike. You just got to remember how to be a complete and utter monster, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like is them treating wait staff poorly the most uncomfortable thing that happens on these shows?
It's pretty bad.
It makes me so anxious seeing it happen. And like he is yelling at them like
Yeah, he full on
screaming
admits to doing it. He's like,
Yeah.
this is what I do.
like a crazy person. But I mean, like, it's very wrong. But I guess like back then it was just very common for that
Yeah.
kind of behavior to be
Mhm.
around, which is wild. But
I still do it in my apartment when I'm cooking and then serving the food to myself.
Or if like someone is coming to do work on your door.
Yeah.
did that happen in this record?
Before.
Before? Okay.
Jamal, do you have a bit? Were you going to talk about yelling at yourself?
Well, you ruined it. 'Cause,
You
talk
did
about something
kinda
real that happened.
mow his lawn on it. Yeah.
That you just tried to make me look like the monster when there's more to that story out of context. And it's a typical white guy trying to take down a black guy's reputation with lies and not telling the full fucking story. Did you work for the FBI? Did you get him all that stuff on MLK? He's a philanderer, he has a bad message. Let's fucking discredit this guy.
He should just kill himself.
So
No, but yeah, it looks terrible. I didn't catch it in watching it, but listening to that clip, they cut something out. He's like, but in the back, I'm up rage. It like he has something he says before raging bitch that they
it's
cut
the
out.
N-word. It's the N-word.
Yeah, probably.
Whenever there's a cut in someone's talking head, they're probably saying the N-word.
Yeah. That's what I assume. Why else would you take it out? So there's a food critic at the restaurant, but it's not this guy.
How is it not this guy?
This is just
I think
different.
I do think this guy comes back though in some season. I think he's a plant also.
Oh, wonderful.
yes, I
But
love
let's
it.
listen to this guy who might be a writer for the show.
Wasn't the best lamb. The meat wasn't cooked properly.
All right, I will.
How about it tastes like metal?
Like metal.
And if that's a vegetable medley, I'm a monkey.
I will let Miss Sarah know.
Okay. So there's a lot to unpack there, and we don't have the time.
We don't have the time.
We don't.
We didn't start recording until about like 8 minutes, so we have a few more minutes
Okay.
than we think we do.
And listeners, this is Brian trying to get in some more monkey talk. You know,
If
And
this is a vegetable medley,
if he does it, I have to do it too.
if this is a vegetable monkey, oh shit.
Oh, God.
Should we just leave it at that? If this is a vegetable medley, I'm a monkey.
Yeah, and he's saying this with a very smug smile on his face. He's number one. This guy is clearly an actor plant. He's
Yeah,
trying to get on the show
yeah.
in some way. He's at the same table as the blogger who's laughing hysterically at this because it's like a whole performance.
Yeah.
And then he says it tastes like metal. And he hands it back, and then everyone looks at him, and then he slowly nods and stands up and then bows to everyone. Because it's quite a performance he's put on.
He's known as One Take Trevor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he gets it in one take.
One take only, and everyone's impressed. And he
Dale
did
went
get
back and
the-
told the kitchen. He was like, "There's a monkey out there." This is a vegetable medley.
Yeah, and Hung he is just this big exhale, like, oh god,
He's here.
He's like, okay, I'll take care of this. Don't worry. And everyone's like, it doesn't really say anything. People keep going, and he's like, okay, I'll explain it to you guys. I have a monkey. Okay.
He must have left the house.
Yeah, he must have left the house and found me here. And he's upset with the cooking. He's very particular, and I don't want him to get angry and attack anyone. So I got to deal with this. And so he goes out there, and he's looking for the monkey. And the guy's like, he doesn't see the monkey. The monkey's not there.
He goes to Dale, and he's like, Dale, where's the monkey? He said, there's a monkey out here.
Mm-hmm.
And Dale points to that guy.
Yeah. And Hung gets right up in Dale's face. And he goes, that's not a monkey, man. I know what monkeys look like, okay? Don't fuck with me on this.
You got me freaked out, man. I shit my pants back there thinking that my monkey was out here, ready to kick my ass.
Jamal?
Probably with me as the leader.
And why black?
On a black surface or white plate can absolutely pop visually.
The blogger said, who wants to eat off a black tablecloth? It's very Billy Idol, and I don't want to eat off Billy Idol.
So that's poignant because earlier on in the episode, Dale points out that he can decorate better than the guys from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. And so clearly he cannot.
Mm-hmm.
What does this mean? It's very Billy. The Billy Idol song is White Wedding. We talked about it on the episode, on the pod, 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
White Wedding is the song.
It doesn't track. I'm guessing they're saying, and maybe this is just because this show is so fucking old that like the reference maybe made sense back then, but like maybe he wore all black. But is Billy Idol really the best reference for something of like someone that wore all black? No, of course it's Darth
Well,
Vader.
wait a minute. Well, wait a minute.
Mhm.
The food blogger, maybe her tastes are for Billy Idol.
Oh.
And so in her mind, she's like, all black, all black, all black.
She doesn't know that her taste she doesn't want to eat off Billy Idol. She specifically
I know, but
does
she's
not.
like thinking like, who would I not want to eat off of if he wears all black? Darth Vader? Well, he's kind of clean and his helmet is plastic like a plate.
Mhm.
I would eat off of that. Billy Idol, don't want to eat off him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He wears black.
Not popular.
Yeah. We have our first risotto of the season.
Howie
The first
did a risotto.
big risotto, and let's listen to Howie defend his risotto.
Andrea said risotto was sticky and gummy. It was more like a mac and cheese with rice.
What did you use to finish your risotto?
Parmesan cheese, a touch of heavy cream, and black truffle butter.
You don't need the cream at all in risotto. The cream should come from the rice.
I've made a lot of risottos for a lot of different chefs, and I've kind of, as I became an executive chef,
Shouldn't mound up on a plate. Risotto should almost run on a plate.
When risotto sits, it changes consistency, it tightens up. So I do have to say in my defense that I tasted every one of those risottos. My tongue is burnt, and I didn't put anything in my mouth that I thought was gummy or, for lack of a better term, crap.
His tongue is burnt. Why didn't you blow on the risotto first to cool it down? You don't need to burn your tongue.
Yeah. Someone's first day at chef.
Yeah, freaking chef school.
This shit was the judges. I don't know why everyone was so mean this episode. That blogger was mean. That actor was mean. The judges are very mean to these people. They're tearing apart Howie. But in Tom's defense, when they ask Howie what he put in his risotto that made it more like mac and cheese, he does say cheese and heavy cream, which is how you make mac and cheese.
He said Parmesan cheese, heavy cream.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese. Yeah.
Literally the basics.
I love his defense, which is whenever someone tells him you did this thing wrong, he's like, well, that I do it wrong. That's
It's a pretty good.
Your idea of wrong is what my idea of right is. And then it's like you can't really argue with that person after that because you're like, okay, so you know that I see it as wrong. It's just you see it as right. We have different perceptions of reality. And he talked his way out of it. So
Yeah, didn't get that home.
no one did.
You guys smart.
Even Brian, who apparently has a sweating issue. fucking blogger. I think it's like, here's a hint, get deodorant.
She said, "Here's a hint, right guard."
That's so mean.
Yeah.
Which
What is
also
she doing?
Yeah, which is also like, here's a hint: right guard doesn't actually work as well as other deodorants. You'd know that if you knew deodorants.
Mhm.
Right guard is literally the cheapest deodorant there is.
Yeah.
It's not even an antiperspirant.
I can only imagine how hot it was in there.
Yeah. And where is he sweating from? Is it only his armpits? He sweats from
It's
his head to
I
freaking
think his
deodorant.
neck as well. I think his neck as well.
That's not going to help the deodorant with his neck. It's not going to slow it down.
Yeah,
right?
he's not gonna put it on his face.
It's hot in there.
Oh, you guys don't do that?
Come on. Put it
That
on
was
our face.
insane. That was just like, and it's like, and then the guy who made the risotto was fat. It's like the other note. She's going after everyone's
roasting
looks.
everyone for no reason. Yeah.
You too tall monster. You fat.
And they were
You-
reading it
you
out like
bald.
it was like, wow, these are good things to be saying, and they're really taking you down. Like, no, she's just being mean. Why would you need to be so mean to them? Malarkey's
So-
sweating because he's running around so much.
Everyone was so mean this episode. So let's finally get to who they send home. Let's listen.
Dale, we had some issues with the food. We didn't see the connection between the things that you chose in your design and what we were actually served. Brian, we had fewer issues with the food, but what really sort of brought your team down was the service. You sat here and said that you'll take full responsibility for that.
In the end, we decided not to send anyone home tonight.
What? No one's going home?
Kind of, and they're gonna have to do it again next week. Which, guys, I'm sorry. That means Howie was right. This is a war of attrition.
Yeah.
Howie wins.
He knew. How did he know that this was going to continue?
I'd like to bring this up right now because I know who is eliminated next week. And I just want to point out that
Wait,
the person
wait, hold on. Can you? Do you know the future?
You know the future?
I only know the future about certain things.
Like, what else do you know about?
Things that happen in Top Chef.
Yeah.
And things that have to do with repairmen at my house.
That's it? You're a shitty mutant.
Okay. Thank you.
You can't even, like, you got claws that come out of your hands or anything?
No. I can guess 3 out of 5 numbers right on most scratch-off lottery tickets, though.
You can guess the numbers?
That's pretty good.
3 out of 5?
3 out of 5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's an alright power.
I mean, Professor Xavier's not knocking your door down to recruit you, but it's a pretty decent power.
Not yet.
Nor would he.
No. He's sending someone out. So, you know, freaking Cyclops or whatever is like,
Yeah.
like, hey, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Keep developing your powers, and maybe one year you'll get the call.
Is that why you were so mean to the door guy? Because you were worried that Cyclops couldn't come in your apartment to give you to encourage you to keep going?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so the person who's eliminated next week has the most points of the season so far.
No spoilers, though.
No spoiler. I'm not gonna say who, but they have the most by far. Like they're like in a comfortable, like you'd have to win a quick fire and the elimination to like tie them in one single episode. And it's kind of shocking that this person, based on some of the low scores that are like almost 10 points behind them that are left that aren't going to be eliminated. It's kind of shocking.
Wow.
So that's that for this episode. You can press stop on the episode that you're watching, and it's now
Done.
time for the closing segment. Our closing segment is called Reeves Rages Against the Machine, and this is where Reeves gives us his hot take on why he hates social media. Go ahead, Reeves. Wake up!
That's Rage Against the Machine.
All right, that was Reeves Rage Against the Machine on why he hates social media. Next week we'll be doing Restaurant Wars
That's
all
it?
over again. We'll be doing Restaurant Wars all over again until next time. We're gonna pack our knives.
No.
And
no,
what?
wait.
What?
It's gonna be like the Hurt Locker. We got sent home from the war, but we can't live inside this normal world. We got to go back.
Mhm.
I'm Jeremy Renner.
Hawkeye. Mhm.
Put me back in the wall.
This is a good episode, right?
I had a blue moon. Alcoholic content is so low.